My Kirsten Dunst dream. Every night I dream of you, Kirsten Dunst. We are on the film festival in Cannes, on a party in the Martinez Hotel, sometimes elsewhere. As fate would have it, I always find a place few meters behind you. Even if I see your pretty head almost only from the back, I am just fascinated. It is not possible for me to turn away my look of your wonderful silky hair. Enthusiastically, I look at your golden mane, thinking about how softly it feels and how easily it probably flutters in the wind. I always would like to arise, go to you, and let your mane slide through my hands. What a dreamlike job your hairdresser has, I think. I look already an eternity at your silky hair splendor. You never turned your head, never turned to me your petted face. If you knew what I think. And suddenly you turn around and see into my eyes with your typical, very determined, smart look. You like my hair, don't you? You ask me in a way not sounding like a question. This caught me completely unaware, and I am not able to say even one tone. Your brisk eyes ask relentlessly for an answer. Yeah, I answer. Your hair is a dream. Every night I dream. You lift the arm briefly, signal to me that I have to be quiet now. Have you already dressed the hair of a woman? You ask me inquisitively. Now I am absolutely perplexed and able to no answer. You seem to dress my dream. Suddenly, you seize me by the arm and throw me up. Let us go. The party is already dull. My desire is something else. Come on, guy. That will be funny. Feeling myself clumsy, I rise from my sofa and follow you outward. Suddenly, we are in a fully furnished hairdressing salon. We are completely alone. You see decidedly into my eyes and you enjoy your predominance. You are the boss, this is clear, and I am your willing tool. I feel good and I absolutely agree with this, because we want the same, obviously. You take seat on one of the hairdressing stools and you hand me a brush. Come on, dress my hair, you tell me. In my whole life I never obeyed with such a pleasure. I take the brush and start brushing your mane, strand for strand. Your silky hair is so soft and lies so easily in my hands. I brush and comb your hair, and you put back your head on and on. Enjoy the affectionate power of my hands with closed eyes. Your relaxed sighing shows me that you completely dedicate yourself and come near to perfect ecstasy. Whenever I stop brushing briefly, you open your eyes abruptly and order me with determined voice, "Don't stop it, go on." I continue to stroke your head with my hands, the brush and a very fine comb. Instinctively, I understand that it is now time for an alternating the role play. Until now you gave me orders, and I have submitted to you. From now it must run differently. Kirsten, you must get your hair washed. It escapes my lips with a voice whose resoluteness surprises myself. For the breath of one moment I am feeling to get cold feet. My own courage fights me. How will you react now? Since I know you, you were and have been always a brutal lioness whose sharp claws a man is better aware of. However, to my astonishment you answer with a very soft voice. You are right. Go on, take the shower in your hand and dress my hair. Show it where it goes long. My hair wants to get dyed now. I tell you to take a seat at one of the shampoo wash basins. While you put back your head and drop your splendid silk mane in the shampoo bowl, you conjure up handcuffs out of your pocket. Go on, arrest me. My head belongs to you. Go on, I want to dunk my hair for you. I let the handcuffs click and stroke her hair back. The sight of Kirsten's devout mane in the wash basin excites me. Only few moments, and I will let the water run through her hair, and I will completely submit to the power of the water and of my hands. I turn up the water and temper it pleasantly for Kirsten. I hold the shower in the hand and see Kirsten with her head leaning back, and her softly relaxed face with closed eyes. I stroke and caress her head with my one hand, while I begin to rinse her hair slowly, beginning from the back of her head with the shower in the other hand. This contradiction turns me on. seeing her hair devote flowing together in the contrary to Kirsten's face, looking so smart, so self-confident, so predominant. Kirsten enjoys me having might over her head. She enjoys to be handcuffed. I look into her face and she is an open book for me. At this moment she just feels to be freed of all, freed from success, freed from pressure of expectations, freed from responsibility, freed from her role as an international movie star, freed from the obligation to determine. She is just herself and nobody else. Completely unmasked she is. Now she is devoted in my hands. The water runs through her hair, and again Kirsten is in full entrancement. She wants me never to stop washing her hair. I press the soap dispenser and begin to lather Kirsten's head again and again. She cheers enthusiastic. That's great, yeah, go on, don't stop. I do not know how long I lather her head. Probably an eternity. Whenever I slow down my message movements, I hear only, don't stop, go on, and yeah. I rinse her hair and shampoo it again and again, the half night till I am tired. My hands aren't able to work anymore. After rinsing her hair and twisting a turban around her wet hair, she rises from her chair and embraces me with her handcuffed arms. She hugs me for a long time. Thank you so much. This was the greatest hair wash I ever had. I love it so much. I notice a small tear running quietly from her cheek. Tonight my dream became true. My dream bearing so long in my mind, since I saw Kirsten for the first time as a girl in the Jumanji movie. Fascinated by her very long silky mane, and wishing to soothe her hair slowly with a big measuring pitcher full of water, in order to see it flowing together servilely and flatly, becoming its ultimate splendid soaking wet look. Now my wish has become true. I have tamed my lioness and, finally, her mane. Eased and anyhow thoughtfully, Kirsten looks into my eyes. She stands vis-à-vis to me. Suddenly, her look retrieves the well-known coolness again. Now it's your turn, take your seat. Kirsten's dominant, like tender personality impresses me immediately. Again, she is the boss. Again she takes the reins firmly in her hands. I obey her and take my seat at the washing basin. I lean my head back and she begins to stroke my hair. But this is another story. Bye for now, Kirsten.